Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge question for any new car buyer. Chery or Geely? These two giants are completely changing the game, but they're doing it in very different ways. The real question is, which one is right for you?
For the longest time, the conversation around Chinese cars was all about that low price tag. But that's all news. Chery and Geely are here to prove that you can get incredible value, but they have two totally different definitions of what that value really is.
So yeah, how do you actually choose between two brands that are, let's be honest, at the top of their game? Well, it's not about which one is better overall, it's about which one is better for you. And to figure that out, we've got to get to the very core of what makes each of them tick.
All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at the one big goal these two rivals actually share. Then we'll peel back the layers on Chery's strategy, why we're calling them the dependability king. After that, we'll explore Geely's global engineer approach. Then it's the fun part, the clash of the cabins where you really see the differences. And by the end, you'll have a much clearer idea of which brand's philosophy really speaks to you.
Okay, let's start with this. At their hearts, both Chery and Geely are trying to do the same thing, give you the absolute most bang for your buck. But, and this is a big but, their game plans for how to get there could not be more different. So you really have to ask yourself, what does value mean to me? Is it that quiet confidence you get from knowing your car is built to last, with predictable costs? Or is it that feeling, that thrill you get from a really refined, world-class driving experience? To help you answer that, let's start with Chery's side of the argument. Chery's whole approach is about the long game. They're not just trying to wow you on the test drive. They're trying to win you over for years to come. And how do they do that? With one simple word: dependability. And trust me, they've got the data to back it up.
Now check this out. In the car world, this is a huge deal. The latest J.D. Power study looked at vehicle dependability, and Chery came out as the #1 domestic brand in China. They reported fewer problems per 100 vehicles than Geely. And that's not just a boring statistic. That's a promise of fewer headaches and less time at the service center.
And they don't just say it, they really stand behind it. Chery backs all this up with an incredible 7-year warranty. A 7-year warranty! That gives you a level of certainty about your running costs that is pretty hard to beat. So what does this all mean for you in the real world? Well, it means more money stays in your pocket, for starters. We're talking routine maintenance that's 20 to 30% cheaper than rivals. It means you get a car that's just loaded with goodies, like a great sound system, without paying extra. And, most importantly, it means you can feel safe, with up to 10 airbags and what they call a rock-solid body.
And if you want to see this philosophy in action, just look at the Tiggo 8 Pro Max. This thing is the perfect example. It's a big, 7-seat SUV that's perfect for the family, it's packed with technology, and it all comes at a price that almost feels too good to be true.
Okay, so that's the case from Chery, the pragmatist. Now, let's hear from the other side. Geely's argument for value is completely different. It's less about the numbers and spreadsheets and all about that immediate feeling of sophistication, performance, and just top-notch global engineering.
Geely's playbook was pretty smart. They went out and partnered with and even acquired some huge names in the auto world. Think about it. This let them fast-track their development, injecting their cars with a level of engineering know-how that usually takes decades to build from the ground up. And this isn't just marketing talk. You can actually feel it when you're on the road. I love this quote from CarWow. It says, "The Geely Stray is more enjoyable to drive specifically because its suspension was tweaked by Lotus." I mean, Lotus! That tells you they are dead serious about how their cars handle. And when it comes to safety, Geely is playing in the big leagues. We're talking a 5-star rating from the Euro NCAP. For those who don't know, that is one of the toughest safety tests in the entire world. It proves their cars can go toe-to-toe with the very best. So how do they do it? Well, part of the secret is something called the Star Armor Cage. You can basically think of it as a suit of armor for your car. It's this super strong body structure that not only helps protect you in a crash, but also makes the whole car feel more solid and stable on the road. Now, nowhere are these two different philosophies more obvious than the second you step inside their cars. The cabin, this is where the battle lines are really drawn.
So step inside a Chery, and it's like a tech lover's dream. You've got these big twin screens, a killer sound system, and, get this, actual physical buttons for the climate control. Yes! Then you hop into the Geely, and it's a completely different vibe. It's all about that clean, minimalist design. It looks sleek, for sure, but you might find yourself tapping through a bunch of menus just to turn up the AC.
So after all that, we're back to the big question.
This isn't about us telling you which brand is better. It's about helping you figure out which brand's definition of value is a better fit for you.
Let's just boil it down. You should go for a Chery if what matters most to you is that long-term peace of mind. You want lower running costs, a car packed with features, and that amazing warranty. But you should choose a Geely if your priority is the drive itself. You want that sophisticated, engineered feel, a more engaging experience behind the wheel, and the confidence that comes from those global safety and performance standards.
So, who gets your vote? The pragmatist, with its focus on solid, long-term value? Or the purist, with its passion for a refined, engineered driving experience? Ultimately, there's no right or wrong answer, but it's a fascinating choice and one that really gets to the heart of what we all value in a car today.